Hello and welcome to the Phase 5 Goldmaking Guide, the Advanced AQ opening version. So just like the title says, this will be an Advanced Phase 5 Goldmaking Guide, where we once again take advantage of the opening of the Gates of Ankh-Iraj, Silith's quests and reputation with the Cenarian Circle. Many of these quests will be quests that a lot of classic players don't know about, or they don't know exactly how they work, as there are tons of possible investments to be made here, and you could literally double your gold investments since some of the items are in pretty much no demand right now, but will be in massive demand once this actually comes out. The very short version here is that in Phase 5 Cenarian Circle will offer quests that will offer logistics badges. These quests require materials and items that can be crafted by other professions, and the logistics badges you get from the quests can be turned in with a different quest to obtain various rewards. The rewards scale with how many badges you turn in, and some of the quests can even offer best in slot items for several classes. And for the classes where the items aren't actually best in slot, they will still be very good, and people who are lacking gear can pretty much buy upgrades here. Like, there's a pretty interesting ring with weapon damage on it, there's spellcaster bracers with spell damage and hit chance on it, which is pretty good. There's a healer mace, and yeah, there's a lot of good items here, and it's a perfect opportunity to gear up your alts, or basically just catch up on raiders if you haven't been raiding yourself. So let's dive into this. I'm just going to skim through the quests quickly here, looking at each of the different items you need for each quest in order to obtain those badges. Most of the materials are the same for Horde and Alliance, except for one quest where Alliance needs Moonsteel Broadsword and the Horde needs an Iron Axe. There's also a small difference in one other quest, which is named the same, but you need different types of materials to complete it. I will talk about exactly how many of each item is needed in a minute, and I will also leave a list in the description down below. Basically, we can see a lot of crafted items here, and it is clear that they are trying to bring every profession into play. You have enchanted bars, you have enchanted leather, you have leather armor kits, bandages, weapons crafted by blacksmiths, grinding stones, enchanting material like large brilliant shards, you have a couple of herbs in there, and so on. This basically makes every profession relevant, and it's a crafter's market to make some quick gold. The reason people will want to buy this is twofold. They can obtain pretty good gear, and they can obtain reputation with the Cenarian Circle, which can come in handy in Phase 5 for a couple of reasons we might cover in a later video. This means that all of these items should skyrocket in demand and in price, and seeing how some of them is in pretty much no demand right now, there is some huge profit to be made here. But before we talk more about that, let's just look at exactly what items are needed for these quests. For both factions we have 4 Globe of Water, 4 Powerful Anti-Venom, 4 Smoked Desert Dumplings, 30 Heavy Runecloth Bandages, 30 Heavy Mageweave Bandages, 30 Heavy Silk Bandages, a large Brilliant Shard, a large Radiant Shard, a huge Emerald, 8 Rugged Armor Kits, 8 Heavy Armor Kits, 2 Enchanted Thorium Bars, 2 Enchanted Leather, a Mooncloth, 2 Bolts of Runecloth, an Ironweb Spider Silk, 10 Dense Grinding Stones, 10 Solid Grinding Stones, 10 Heavy Grinding Stones, and 3 Ornate Mithril Boots. Then there's the Alliance only quests, one of which requires 2 Moonsteel Broadswords, another one requiring 6 Oils of Immolation, 5 Goblin Rocket Fuel, and 10 Dense Blasting Powder. And then there's the Horde only quests, one of which requires 3 massive Iron Axes, another one requiring 8 Oils of Immolation, 6 Flasks of Big Mojo, and 6 Powerful Mojo. That's a lot of items. Apparently the quests are repeatable for more badges as well, so there is a possibility that the most expensive ones won't do well at all, and you'd be better off focusing on the lower end ones. But for example, Globe of Water is dirt cheap right now, and you could be looking at a massive profit from those, since they go for barely above vendor price on some servers. That being said, these quests coming in Phase 5 will definitely increase the demand for literally all of these items, so if you ask me, I would say they are all pretty safe investments, and they're also kinda low-key investments, or at least they have been so far, because there's so much happening in Phase 5 that this information kinda gets buried underneath everything else that's going on. So what's my recommendation here? Basically, you have 4 options. Option 1, buy the actual items now and sell them when the quests come out. Option 2, buy the materials used in crafting these items, and craft the items yourself, and sell those items when a quest comes out. Option 3. Buy the materials now and sell them 2 weeks before the quest comes out, or whenever Phase 5 is announced, as that is when other people will start panic buying and crafting items to resell, meaning people will buy the materials like crazy to prepare for the launch of Phase 5. Option 4. Buy the actual items now and sell those items 2 to 3 weeks before Phase 5 comes out, since lazy people that won't craft the items themselves will stock up on the actual items they need to deliver the quests. Option 3 and Option 4 are pretty much the same, but Option 3 is buying the materials needed to craft the items that are needed for the quest, while Option 4 is buying the actual crafted items and reselling them instead of crafting it yourself. All of the options are pretty much the same as well, you just buy something now and sell it later, and you might want to divide your investments into a bit of all of the options, so you buy some materials now, you buy some of the crafted items now, and you start selling them whenever Phase 5 is announced, and if you have a massive enough stock, then you will have leftovers to sell when Phase 5 comes out as well. So start selling early and start buying early and you will make profit. I'm not sure which one will be the best here, so feel free to leave a comment down below which one you believe will yield the most profit, and let's have a discussion about it. I would legitimately expect a 100% profit on pretty much all of these items, except for a few like Large Brilliant Shard and Mooncloth, since you only need one of these and they are already pretty high valued items. Some items might even have more profit than 100% as well, like again Globe of Water, Powerful Mojo, and Flasks of Big Mojo. So if you have seen my Phase 5 investments video where there is 2 parts, you already know that there is a lot of items to turn in with the AQ war effort, and with these item turn-ins for the AQ opening as well, there are so many items that have a lot of potential for gold making, and I love it. Phase 5 has a lot of potential for us gold makers. There's a lot of investing to be done, but that being said, there are a lot of investors in Classic WoW as well, so there will be a lot of competition to actually offload your stock once it's time to sell. Never underestimate how many investors there are in Classic, but also there are thousands of items needed in the AQ war effort, and these AQ opening quests being repeatable basically gives a huge demand for those items as well, and limited time rewards are always attractive. My general suggestion is to start selling whenever Phase 5 is announced, no matter how big of a stock you have. If you can even secure 50% profit when Phase 5 is announced, that's more than worth it. And if we look back at Phase 4 whenever that was announced, Mooncloth went for 40 gold each on my server, and at launch it was going for 20 gold each. The hype phase before the phase actually goes live is usually when people buy what they need and start to prepare, and also a lot of investors hold on to their items for too long, causing a huge market crash whenever every single investor wants to offload all of their investments all at once, giving a massive supply. Basically, Phase 5 is a huge phase with lots of investment potential, and these quests right here is definitely something that's worth looking into and to start investing in, as they are still far less known than the AQ war effort materials, so there's a chance even raiding guilds don't know about these quests yet. Not that that matters too much, since most of the quest rewards are catch-up gear that is equal to raid gear from BWL. However, the cloth bracers could potentially be best in slot even for raiders with current raid gear. Once again, this video was sponsored by my Patreon, and my patrons did receive this information before this video went live. If you want to take advantage of gold farms and investments before the information becomes public on my YouTube channel, you can get access to that by supporting me on Patreon. Once again, I do hope you found this video helpful, and hopefully it helps you guys make some gold as well. Leave a comment down below which items you think will bring the most profit from the ones mentioned in this video, and let me know which ones you are investing in. Personally, I'm going ham on the Globe of Water, Powerful Anti-Venom, and the Grinding Stones. Once again, thank you for the massive support on Patreon. It's insane to see how many people are actually interested in gold making. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope I earned you a thumbs up on this video. Also, a lot of you watching are not subscribed to my channel, so if you are interested in gold making and you're still watching this video, click that subscribe button, it will help us both. Alright, that's it for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.